Passwords. They're the first and most obvious line of defense against bad actors online, and yet generating good ones can be one of the most annoying tasks there is. Creating and keeping track of unique, strong passwords is a pain, and for many of us, even delegating that to a password manager feels like an extra hurdle. But what if there was something you could use as a universal password that you already have that's hard to fake, and that doesn't need to be remembered? Like your own face. As with anything, of course there are pros and cons. Using your face to gain entry to your accounts or devices, like many people already do on their cell phones, is undoubtedly much easier than using a password manager. But a common theme in online security is that different people have different needs. So while using your face may be good for some, it could be an issue for others. Now, if you're not all that concerned about someone trying to replicate your face to gain access to your phone, facial recognition could work for you, but others may want to be hesitant. There have been numerous examples over the years of facial passwords being used against their owners. For example, in the past, law enforcement officers have gained access to people's phones by holding them up to their faces. The legality of this in the United States is up for debate. Privacy advocates argue that forcing a user to provide their face to unlock a device violates a Fifth Amendment clause, which states, "No person shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself." So far, most courts have ruled that forcing a user to reveal their text-based password violates the Fifth Amendment because it counts as testimony, but that unlocking a device via face or fingerprint does not. So having a strong and unique text-based password for your phone will always be the best way to keep out prying eyes. And while the technology continues to improve, so do the tools that make it possible to defeat facial recognition software. In 2018, a reporter with Forbes 3D printed his own head and was able to gain access to Android phones, although at the time the trick didn't work on iPhones. And while Android and Apple's security have certainly evolved since then, so has the average person's access to tech that can fake someone else's face. Some experts have said that using facial recognition, at least in public, is a good idea, given that phone thieves often watch people put in their password before stealing their phone. At the end of the day, though, the biggest issue with facial recognition is that, for the most part, your face doesn't change. If someone is able to replicate your face, then it's compromised, and it's not like you can easily change your face like you can change a traditional password. But if you're still tired of dealing with passwords, then you're in luck. Google is slowly shifting to make passkeys the standard. Passkeys allow users to log into their Google accounts by utilizing the PIN, face, or fingerprint authentication built into their devices. When you create a passkey, two individual keys are actually created. One on the device you use to log in, and another on the site, app, or service you want to access. So if you have Face Unlock or your fingerprint set up on your phone, you'd be able to use that to log into any of your accounts. Facial recognition is still new technology, and it presents both convenience and potential risks. While using your face as a universal password might be easier for some, it's not without its downsides. And it's evolving technology, which means the risk-reward analysis is evolving too. In the face of all of this, the best piece of advice might still be to simply know your own personal security needs. Happy web surfing.